Hello again, everybody. It's Todd Staruch, the horror nerd, here at the Horror Sideshow Flea Market in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Having a great time today. Met some cool celebrities. There's a lot of awesome vendors here and authors here. And, you know, everybody tends to gravitate towards the celebrities, but I like to spend some time with people in the vendor room, whether it's an author, an artist, some other vendor. So that's what we're doing today. And I have the pleasure of standing here with one of the authors, Bianca Crespo. Bianca, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I am doing great.
Wonderful.
So I'm doing better now because I get to talk to people.
Oh, so am I.
So why don't you tell the fans out there a little bit about yourself and what you're selling here and what you do?
So I'm Bianca Crespo. I am a poet, an author, and a producer. I host a TV show on YouTube, That Ghoul Next Door. It's kind of like That Girl Next Door, a little play on words there. And I do paranormal and true crime. We were just working on an episode about the Black Dahlia case. And I've been talking with the retired detective on the case, and he's supplied me with information which will make a very good episode. And yeah, I'm just sort of showcasing that, promoting that episode, and we do a couple of other investigations coming up, paranormal, that are local, which is pretty cool as well. Are you guys local? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're from New Jersey,
Okay.
so about an hour away from here.
Tri-state area,
northeast.
right? Yeah, you got it.
Absolutely.
So we got a lot of weird, creepy crawlies and weird kind of New Jersey, Pennsylvania connections there.
Cool. Well, New Jersey's a weird state,
Yeah.
so we got that going on.
I feel yeah. Pennsylvania's just as odd, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what got you into like the creepier side of life?
I guess growing up in Kensington and Philadelphia, I actually found out that the house where I grew up was built on a cemetery from the 19th century.
That's when I move out, right?
Yeah. Well, luckily we were moved out. That's what I found out. It was very okay, poltergeist didn't happen to us, thank God. I was out of that
You
situation.
only move the headstones.
Yes, exactly. And we did find out that they built a playground and school on top of that next to us. So we thought, oh, well, those kids are in for quite the scare, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's kind of how I got into that side, I would say.
Cool.
Growing up in that area specifically, yeah.
Gotcha. Now, you mentioned true crime.
Yes.
It's always kind of been there, but lately it seems like there's 1,000 true crime podcasts and websites and such. Why do you think people are so fascinated by such, gruesome events?
That's a great question. I think it's this kind of, they have the ability to control this kind of horror, and that kind of is safe to them. They're fascinated and curious with this other world that they might not be familiar with. It's something they could keep at a distance and be like, okay, that's disturbing. I can put it away. I can turn it off for now. So I think that attracts people. It's this kind of lure, this curiosity that keeps people coming back for more. Kind of like the Housewives suburbanite attraction, I like to think of it. Like they're kind of bored, at home, and they're in their kitchen and like, let's turn on this true crime, show. Let's kind of get into the dark end of things and expose myself to something I'm not really used to. Whereas I feel like other people find that it's art and it's a way to express themselves if they've been through something horrific. It's like another way to kind of have that control. I guess control is the word for it. That makes sense.
No, it does. It does. And I guess it's the way you can sit in your living room and kind of feel safe. But then I watch stuff like that and I'm like, my neighbor's kind of shifty, I wonder, is he chopping up bodies or something? So
it could be supplying others with that preparation mentality too. So with true crime and, any kind of horror, it's like, well, I should look in the back seat of my car before I hop in the dark parking lot, As a woman, I usually just do that anyway, but, I feel like it does, it gives you that sense of control and preparation. So hopefully your neighbor isn't creeping you out.
No, not at all. My neighbor is cool. But then again, what does a serial killer look like? You know what I mean? It's not some monster.
No, it's just like us.
It's some regular dude.
Regular guy, yeah.
In fact, my brother is kind of creeping me out right now.
Oh, God, yeah, that's right. Oh, that hoodie's kind of a dead giveaway. I think,
it is. It's a Unabomber vibe.
Oh,
so I got your poetry book here, Bury Me in Your Rose Garden. Why don't you tell the fans a little bit about this?
Sure. So I kind of refer to it as a poetic memoir. So it deals with my college lifestyle and all that back in the day. And this is like therapeutic. Like every poem deals with an experience that I went through, and it's sort of, just my creative outlet for it, I guess you could call it. So it deals with rebirth and struggles of, young 20-somethings with a lot of ambition, not a lot of know-how, and so that's sort of what it's about, I would present.
Cool. So outside of like true crime and reality type stuff, are you a horror movie person? A horror
absolutely,
buff?
Yes.
What's your go-to horror movie?
Well, my favorite is American Werewolf in London.
Good pick. That's one I haven't heard in a while.
It's wonderful.
Okay.
It's just that perfect blend of comedy and horror, and it gives like this. It almost created this amazing subgenre, of that. It's very hard to do on paper. You see that, you read that, like that's not going to work, and then it surprisingly does. But I feel like it, thanks to Rick Baker, it helps significantly,
And that still holds up today. That transformation scene still holds up today, and that's why I love still practical.
Same
effects.
It's timeless. It's like you see CGI, or you look at Jurassic World, and it's like, oh geez, it's not great. It's kind of sad. I mean, I'm for the combination of practical effects and CGI if CGI is used to kind of clean certain things up.
Right.
But usually I'm all for practical.
100%. As an indie filmmaker myself, CGI is just another tool in your toolbox, and it depends on how you use it.
Exactly.
So I totally get that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Bianca, one last question.
Sure.
Tell the fans how they can find you online and get in touch and get your books.
Absolutely.
And find out what you're up to.
So you can subscribe, like, comment my channel on YouTube. It's That Ghoul Next Door. Again, the play on words like that girl, but for the creepy gals and boys and all of that. And you can find me on Instagram at Bianca Crespo. You just type that in, it'll pop right up. And that's how you can find me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Bianca, thank you so much for a few minutes of your time. It was great to meet you. Like I said, we love getting to chat with some of the authors and stuff. In the vendor room. We want to make sure you guys get as much love as the celebrities do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Fantastic.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Bianca Crespo, everybody here at the Horror Sideshow Flea Market here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I'm the horror nerd, Todd Staruch, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.
Thank you.